more importantly, I'm launching a brand new project designed to do one thing, to finally, once and for all, help make your dream of living overseas a reality. Hello, and welcome to the Auto Ethnographer. I'm John Stech, your host on this journey. We travel the globe to bring you stories about culture and the global automotive industry. Fasten your seatbelt and let's get started. Hi, everyone. I'm John Stech, the Auto Ethnographer. So this is the first video of the new year, a fresh start for us all, and a moment where we can forge new paths. I hope you've all had a great start so far after some restful days. The Auto Ethnographer is also ready for a fresh start with some exciting new features arriving soon, even some construction outside of my recording studio. For months, even years, I've had conversations with people about moving overseas and working in different cultures, and they all tell me the same story, a story that I know all too well. It usually starts with something like, I have this dream of living overseas, and ends with, but I'm completely and totally overwhelmed. I remember feeling that exact way, just paralyzed by the massive mountain of what ifs and how to's when planning my 5 overseas relocations. And that's why today I'm lifting the curtain slightly to give you a peek underneath. The channel is changing, and more importantly, I'm launching a brand new project designed to do one thing, to finally, once and for all, help make your dream of living overseas a reality. Today I'm going to explain what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and how it's going to be a key to unlocking your new life abroad. Before I get into the big reveal, I want to take a minute and just be really honest with you. I want to tell you a story. A lot of you who've been with the channel for a while know that I've moved internationally 5 times, but what you might not know is that the first time I did it, to Cairo, Egypt, I was a complete mess. On one hand, I was filled with this incredible, intoxicating excitement. I was picturing myself standing on the sands of the Sahara, looking at the pyramids, exploring ancient streets, and living this life, that felt like it was out of a movie. And all of that while I was supposed to be running Mercedes-Benz and Chrysler as the managing director there. The dream was so vivid. I could almost feel the desert sand on my skin. But then the reality hit, and it hit like a freight train. Suddenly that dream was buried under an avalanche of paperwork and logistics. And I'm talking about visa applications, school for kids, finding a place to live, deciding what to pack and take, and then all the financial forms that made my head spin. It was such a long list. It was like going to the moon, not to Egypt. I remember sitting in my living room in Michigan, looking around at our home and the belongings, and just feeling this cold wave of panic over me. The dream felt like it was going to overwhelm me, replaced by this gnawing fear that I was going to mess something up, that was going to make one tiny mistake and derail the whole thing. I did have support from Daimler Chrysler's relocation department, but it still felt overwhelming. I spent hours scouring the internet of 2006, not as helpful as today, trying to piece together conflicting information from sketchy forums and outdated government website. I ordered a stack of books working with Arabs, speaking Arabic, living in the Middle East, raising third culture kids, and I made a lot of mistakes along the way. Eventually, my family made it, although I have to admit that we left behind a bright yellow duffel bag that a kind friend from Egypt later brought to us after a business trip to the US. But with every move after that, it got a little bit easier. I started creating systems. I built checklists. I learned the patterns, the unwritten rules, and the things you only learn by actually doing it. And I started this channel to share some of that knowledge, focusing, though, on integrating into new cultures, hoping to save you from some of the challenges on that end. But over the past year, your messages have made me realize something. My adventures abroad in exciting places like Egypt, Russia, Vietnam, and Thailand have ignited the desire of others to do the same. And you told me that the logistics, the career implications, and the overall concept was too big to contemplate. These were the mental roadblocks that tried to extinguish your dreams. They're the walls standing between you and your future. And the core problem, the one that every single one of us faces, is just being overwhelmed. It's a feeling of disorientation and being anxious because everything is new. The complexity of legal and financial stuff. It's the fear of being lonely and isolated, and it puts strain on relationship with friends and family back home. And it's a constant, nagging doubt that you ask yourself, can I pull this off? This channel has done a decent job talking about the what, the intercultural experiences, but it hasn't given you a complete playbook for how. And that's the problem I'm finally going to solve. That brings me to my first big announcement. So starting right now, the channel itself is getting a major upgrade and realigned in a new direction, all based on your feedback. For a long time, we've focused heavily on car culture and living abroad. It's been a blast, and it's how a lot of you found me. But your messages have been crystal clear. You want more. You want broader. You want more focus on culture and making the move. You said to me, give me the variety, and I heard you. So I'm officially expanding the horizons for the Auto Ethnographer. While I'll still touch on the things we love, I'm broadening our focus to cover the expat experience for all sorts of different careers, not only relevant to the auto industry. I want to provide real, tangible advice for your specific interests and your career paths. But while I broaden the horizon, don't worry, there will still be guests on the show that have a rich history in the auto industry. More importantly, we're going to go so much deeper on the cultural discussions. No more surface level chats. We're going to explore the real world challenges and the wins of adapting to a new culture, of building a new identity and developing a true global mindset. For example, this spring, a renowned culture trainer and author with an upcoming book on cross-cultural psychology will be joining the show. He just needs to get his book published first. We're going to break down the science of culture shock and adaptation in a way that we've never done before on the show. I think you'll enjoy that. This new direction is all about providing more depth, more variety, and more practical value in every single episode. It's about moving beyond just automotive and bringing in more voices, more expertise, and more perspectives to help on your journey. It's a direct response to what you've been asking for, and I really can't wait to start creating this new content for you. But like I said, changing the direction of our conversations isn't enough. It's still just a piece of the puzzle. To truly solve the problem of relocation overwhelm, to give you the entire picture with a step-by-step guide to put it all together, I had to build something much, much bigger. So this is it. A peek under the curtain for you. For a few months, I've been working like crazy behind the scenes, pouring every lesson from my 5 international moves, every mistake I've ever made, and every solution I've ever found into one single comprehensive resource. Today, I'm letting you glimpse behind the curtain of my new project, a complete 29 video course series, which is designed to be the only guide you'll ever need to move overseas. It addresses every question you need to ask before booking a flight. It's not just a random collection of tips. It's a real roadmap. It's a step-by-step system that takes you from that vague, overwhelming dream of someday to a concrete, actionable plan for next month. I designed it to be the antidote to the exact problems you've told me you're facing. Let's knock down those mental walls. Let me break down what that really means. The course is built around core modules, each one tackling a major part of the relocation process. In the first module, before you even think about a visa, I tackle the big questions. We walk through exercises to help you figure out if moving abroad is really right for you and to clarify your why. We'll help you choose the right country based on your career, your lifestyle, and your goals, not just a pretty picture you saw on Instagram. And it's all about building an unshakable mindset that you'll need for your journey ahead. Another module tackles the preparations. Here, we lay out the entire landscape. We'll introduce you to the four critical paths that you need to manage: the visas, the finances, the logistics, and the career and integration. You'll see the whole journey from a bird's eye view. So you never feel lost and you don't wonder what's coming next. This module alone will get rid of that "I don't know where to start" feeling. In another module, I talk about banking and financials. Money is a huge barrier for so many of us. How much do you really need? How do you create a budget for a country when you don't even know the cost of living? How do you handle international banking and taxes, yet taxes follow you? I cover all of it. I give you a clear guide to setting up your financial life abroad so you can feel secure from day one. Another set of videos addresses the physical side of the move that also feels overwhelming. What do you do with all your stuff? How do you move your pets? When should you sell your car and your lease? This module is a pure actionable guide. It's about making 1,000 small decisions feel simple and organized so you can focus on the big things that really matter. And finally, how to get settled. Getting the visa and the plane ticket is only half the battle. The real journey starts when you land. This module is all about making sure that you don't just survive, but you actually thrive. I cover everything from finding a place to live, schools for the kids, and dealing with local bureaucracy to, most importantly, building a community. I share strategies for meeting new people, overcoming loneliness, and navigating those inevitable waves of culture shock. It's the guide to making a new country finally feel like home. The 29 video course, it's everything I know. It's the guide I wish I had when I was sitting on that sofa back in Michigan, drowning in my list of to-dos. It was built from the ground up based on the questions I've been asked for years. So it's not theory. It's a playbook that's built on my real world experiences. So what does this all mean for you right now? The new channel direction starts today. So get ready for more diverse and in-depth content. But the big news, the real game changer, is the relocation course. Today was just a peek under the curtain, but I will let you know when it rolls out over the next few weeks, just in time for some of you to put your New Year's resolutions in motion. If you're one of the listeners who wrote to me, if you're tired of your dream of living overseas being just a dream, and if you're ready to turn that dream into a clear, actionable plan, then I hope I'm going to deliver for you. This is the moment where you stop endlessly researching and start actively building. I also want to take a moment to thank you for asking your questions, because those questions helped me turn my idea into a reality. This year is different. This is the year we stop saying someday. This channel has always been about a shared dream of working interculturally, working overseas, but now it's about making it a shared reality that we can build together. And as we start this new chapter, make sure you subscribe to the channel for all the new content I have planned. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any insightful conversations. I'll let you know when the course is launched and available. And finally, I have a question for you. Comment below with the one country you're dreaming of. Let's fill the comments with our ambitions and start holding each other accountable. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your trust and your feedback. It's a new beginning for me and for all of us. And I honestly can't wait to see where in the world this journey takes you. Let's get started in this great new year. Until next time, keep on driving. Thank you for joining us on today's journey. Please remember to like and subscribe to the Auto Ethnographer and leave us a rating or comment. For more information, visit our website at auto-ethnographer.com. You can also follow on Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn.